More than 11 million coronavirus cases. America has hit that milestone today. Just 6 days ago, that number was at 10 million, and more than 246,000 people have been killed by the virus. For the 11th day in a row, the U.S. has recorded more than 100,000 daily cases. More than a dozen states broke daily records of cases Saturday, too. Georgia was the only state to see a decrease over the past 2 weeks. And in New York City, schools will be open tomorrow. That's because the 7-day positivity rate is still below 3%, but it did creep up some from the previous day, and it now stands at 2.57%. There were 937 new cases and 117 patients admitted to the hospital. And for the second straight day, New Jersey has reported a record high number of daily coronavirus cases. Governor Murphy called the numbers alarming, with over 4,500 new cases. News 4's Adam Harding tracking the spike in cases across our area. He is live in the St. George section of Staten Island tonight, a borough dealing with a sharp rise in cases. Adam.
Gilma, this might be the hardest hit area in New York City, which is why testing continues tonight as COVID numbers here in the city and across the country continue to rise. As you mentioned, the reprieve momentarily for parents is the fact that school will be open tomorrow. There was questions about whether that would happen. Yes is the answer to that question, but now the new question is, for how long?
When I think about the battle we waged against the coronavirus and how far we came, it gives me hope.
Tonight, Mayor de Blasio with a message of hope, even as COVID cases continue to surge nationwide. But in New York City, relief for families.
We have a struggle ahead right now. I'm not going to lie to you, but I do want to let you know school is open tomorrow, and that's a blessing. And every additional day school is open is a blessing.
Governor CUOMO this weekend outlining new steps to potentially keep schools open, arguing it may make more sense to go on a school-by-school basis depending on its positivity rate. Tonight, he's talking once again about a vaccine.
Now, the vaccine is on the way. Great news. But the big question now is, who gets the vaccine?
His comments Sunday coming after the president's first public address since losing the election Friday, where he threatened to withhold the vaccine from New York.
As soon as April, the vaccine will be available to the entire general population, with the exception of places like New York State.
Meantime, the grim news continues in New Jersey. The Garden State again breaking records, more than 4,500 new cases, a death toll now approaching 15,000. Governor Murphy tonight tweeting, "These numbers are alarming and continue to rise. Take this seriously, wear a mask, social distance, stay safe."
Even as these numbers in New York City were a little bit lower than that 3% threshold, that might be a false positive for some families thinking that we are out of this. By no means are we out of it. In fact, the city saying that the numbers entered into the system was actually a little bit lower. They expect that number to continue to rise. The question also becomes, what happens if and when the city were to hit that 3% threshold? There's a number of questions tonight, Gilma, because we could, in theory, sometime during the week, in the coming days, hit that 3% threshold, at which point city schools will have to make a decision, and some families might not have enough time to prepare. We're live tonight on Staten Island. I'm Adam Harding, News 4 New York.
Adam, thank you.